Why would a fireman throw food at his girlfriend? Because that's what he'd done. And the woman, she stood there beside the picnic table while the potato salad dripped off her hair and her nose and plopped onto her turkey sandwich. And the sparrow calls out to this wren, "Hey, did you see that? That male threw wet, slimy roots at that female." Now, the birds were perched up in this dogwood tree right beside the picnic area, in the middle of these woods down deep in the state park. And the wren, he goes, "Wow!" And he flutters down closer to the woman, right down on the ground, wanting maybe to know the taste of the potato salad that the woman had wiped off her face and now swept onto the ground right along with her turkey sandwich. Now the fireman, he was slamming the door to his fire truck and he was firing up the engine and he was pulling out. And the woman, she just stood there and watched the sign on the back of the fire truck, "Stay back 500 feet. Go 500 feet. 1,000 feet. 2,000 feet away, smaller and smaller, and then disappearing entirely over the forest ridge. And then the woman broke and ran. She tripped and she fell to her knees across a stretch of grass. She was reaching out after the truck and she was calling, calling, calling. And the sparrow, up on his dogwood branch, he shivered. He closed his eyes. The wren, meanwhile, called up to the sparrow, "What's with her?" His beak was stuffed with potato salad. The male laughed. So I don't think he was supposed to. Why not? Because, I don't know. Don't you ever watch them? The big Nekky birds? That's right, the Nekky birds, because that's what they call us. Birds call us Nekky birds. No, I don't watch them. Did you want some of this? It's amazing. You know, it's not like they came here to feed us. They did too. Now the woman got up from the stretch of tall grass. At this point, she was wandering back over to the picnic table. And she stopped when she saw the wren. And the sparrow, thinking like a sparrow would think, thought, "Get out of there, you dumb wren. Nekky birds hate little birds like us." The woman was still crying, calling out with caws and twitters. That's how the sparrow thought of it. But it was winding down to something more like chirps. She crouched down. She cocked her head at the wren. The sparrow called down to the wren, "Be careful." The wren looked up from the potato salad and saw the woman looking at him. "You think she's going to take a poke at me?" But before the sparrow could answer, the woman giggled. And the sparrow thought, "Oh, well, now listen to that sound." And he noticed that the red around the Nekky bird's eyes, as she watched the wren eat the potato salad, went back to its original pale color. And then the woman went very, very still. And the sparrow watched as the woman slowly blinked. And he watched in wonder as water came from the Nekky bird's great eyes. The woman looked at the wren. She twittered something. the wren, he asked,
What's she saying?
the sparrow called down, I don't know, but she's definitely calling to you.
Oh, called the wren. That's so cute.
And he hopped away from the potato salad and he went to the sandwich. The woman watched the wren pick up the spilled food. She said something else, soft and quiet. Punctuated with a big breath. The sparrow cocked his head. I don't know what she's saying, he called down, but she seems to be disappointed that you're only there for the food. The wren took a bite.
Oh my gosh!
Called the wren. His feathery head now was covered with bright yellow mustard, and there was this bit of turkey breast lunch meat dangling from his beak.
You have got to come down and try this.
The sparrow looked at, oh, good Lord, drop that. Why? It's turkey.
What's that?
It's another bird.
Really?
But then the woman, the Nekky bird, was moving forward, and she was swinging at the wren and calling out with these loud, angry caws. The wren fluttered crazy back up to the dogwood tree. Ah, oh, hey, whoa, whoa. Why did she do that? The woman picked up the turkey sandwich and she carried the trash can the entire time, calling out to the wren in quick scolds. Is she yelling at me? Of course she is. Why? Because you can't do that to another bird. In case you haven't caught on yet, the sparrow won't be doing anything for the Nekky bird. For the woman, that is. I mean, what can a sparrow ultimately do for a Nekky bird with a broken heart anyway? Eventually, the woman will leave the forest. Eventually, the sparrow will not think of her so much. He won't think of the way she fell to her knees across the stretch of long grass. Eventually, tonight, as a matter of fact, the sparrow will wake up from a dream there on his dogwood branch and think he hears again the sound the woman made as she called after the great red fire truck. He will think he hears again the harsh, beautiful, mind-wrenching song of the woman calling, calling, calling. Eventually, the sparrow will not hope so much that he might someday be able to sing a song like that. Although, he will always remember the little song the woman sang as she cleaned up the picnic area. And eventually, he will learn how to sing that song himself.
Never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by when you're in love. My, how they fly. Blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue Never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by when you're